this is Joe Hogler, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how to use the Sonitus FX compressor in SONAR X2 Producer. I'll demonstrate some of the features of this compressor, go over the controls and capabilities that it has, and I'll demonstrate that in a project that I'm working on using a couple of guitar tracks.
Okay, so here we are in SONAR X2 Producer, and what I have is a project that I've been working on. I'm going to focus on two tracks specifically. They're both recordings of the same guitar using different microphones, different microphone placements. And so I have a little bit of a mismatch in the volume between these two, and I want to try to correct that with compression and sort of reduce the dynamic range. So I have some choices on how I could do that, but because I've panned each of these two guitars left and right, so I get a wide stereo sound, about the only good option that I have that will still allow me to preserve some of my CPU processing power along with that panning effect is to create an effects bus and put the compressor on that and then use that as a send for both of the two guitar tracks. So I'll start by inserting a stereo bus, and right away I'm going to rename that. I'll call it guitar compression. And over here on the two guitar tracks, the numbers 10 and 11, I'm going to add a send, and that's going to be a pre-fader send so that I get the full effect of the compression going into the channel strips fader. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is set up the effect, and for that I'm going to use the Sonitus FX compressor. This is a pretty full-featured compressor. I'll just go through it quickly. At the top on the left, I have a bypass button, which is very important for checking your sound as you're going along. Below that, the threshold, and I've looked at the two sound waves, and I want to get a fairly strong compression on this, and so I'm going to be looking at about a minus 33 dB reduction. The ratio, typically you want to stay between 2 and 4 to 1 for an acoustic guitar, so I'll set that to 4, and you can just double click these and type in, or you can use your mouse and sort of scroll through them. The knee is probably about right. We'll just make it 10. It ranges from 30 dB to a hard, basically flat curve. This gives me an option for vintage sound or a normal sound that just affects the shape of the curve. My gain for this, I'm anticipating about a 6 dB gain will be required. So let me go ahead and set the threshold down all the way down to about 33. Okay, down at the bottom I have attack and release. I'm going to use a fairly quick attack here. About 10 milliseconds is what I'm looking for, and about a 300 millisecond release. Now I do have a lot of presets on this, and you can see I can choose from some really nice vintage compressors that have been modeled and so forth, but I prefer to go ahead and put in my own parameters. This has a limiter. I'm going to turn that off, and it also has an automated release function, which I'm going to leave off as well. Okay, so now I'm going to play this with the two tracks soloed so you can hear what we're starting with. And I've got the bypass on the compressor, and I'll just hit play. Okay, so you can see what we basically have there is a sound that's a little bit separated and needs to be brought together, and I'm going to do that now by turning on the compressor. So I'm going to start it up again. I'll hit bypass on and off a couple times so you'll hear what we've done. so it is subtle, but it's there. And what we're looking at is a punchier sound, I think, a little clearer. They're working together now as opposed to fighting each other, and that's what we're looking for with the compression. Just trying to get things to gel a little bit and work together into the final mix.
So that's it. Thanks for watching the video. We've talked about the Sonitus FX compressor and SONAR X2 producer. I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck in your own productions.